Alright. I finally am getting around to recording the audio from my Ask Me Anything video. This took a lot longer than I thought it would. You guys had a lot of questions, and I had to really think and answer them. And I had to make sure I was drawing enough to meet how long it was going to take me to answer the questions. So hopefully I did this right. Without further ado, let's go on and get to these questions you guys had. Alright, so the first question was from the Devil Dark, and he suggested a cat descending from a helicopter for something for me to draw. And he asked about my goals. So my short-term goals are basically to release some original art, like story-wise of mine, some either a comic or something story-specific, you know. And then long-term, my goals are to expand my business and my stories and art and really be able to bring others in to help with that, whether it's with the Etsy store side of things, packing and shipping and all that fun stuff, or helping with social media, getting content out, or even helping me make the original stories I have to release. And I definitely won't be anytime soon. I will not stop making creative tutorials anytime soon, that's for sure. And I definitely want to continue doing that going forward in the future, years from now, because Creative is never going to stop updating, it's never going to stop getting new features, and I still truly believe it's a powerful, valued program. I think it's getting a lot more recognition lately, especially with the way Adobe has been handling their side of their business, and I'm really glad that people are giving Creative a chance. So I want to make sure I'm still making my tutorials and all that stuff for my YouTube channel, but I also want to make some videos showcasing Krita to run your business or to start your art business or something like that, because Krita isn't just, it's not just a hobby program, and all of my viewers kind of use it just, for fun, which is very important. It's still good, nothing wrong with that. But I also want to make sure people are in the know that, yes, you can use a free program to make art that you can make money off of, or graphics, or anything. There's really no reason you can't. And I want to be like, hey, this is what I do. I make money off my art, that I make in Krita, and no one knows the better. No one cares about what program you use. As long as it's fun and it looks good, people are gonna be like, yeah, I want that. So yeah, that's kind of my long-term goals. The short term was pretty short. I guess, just, I don't know if I want to branch it out in like 5-10 years or whatever, but yeah, that's where I am for the long term and the short term goals, and it's probably going to change as time goes on. Maybe I'll separate my channels and have Krita on one only and then everything else on the other. I don't know. It's a lot to manage to do 2 separate channels, so I don't think I'll be doing that. But again, who knows? So yeah, I hope that answered your question, and I hope that was satisfactory. It took a little while to shorten that because I have been thinking about that a lot. Really taking the time to make sure where I want to go is being reflected in my action now. And I think this year I'm really trying to double down and not get distracted with all the shiny objects, so to speak, about where I can go, and really focus on, this is what I want to do. I need to start actually doing it, And this year, I'm hoping my short-term goal of achieving my original IP, or stories, or characters, whatever, is done. It's something I'm working on right now. This is gonna be a lot of work. So, yeah. Thank you for the question, Devil Dark, and thank you for recommending this cat descending from a helicopter idea. This was really interesting. It was very fun. I enjoyed it. And I hope that the sketch is good. Alright, so the next question is from Mark G. And he said to just draw a cat. There's a lot of cats in this video, I think. It's been, I don't know, there's at least 2 cats. And Mark G asks, how many Pikachus do I have? So, in Pokemon Go, because, you know, I'm an adult, and that's what adults do, they play Pokemon Go. Oh, actually, I don't remember. I thought I wrote this down, but I didn't. Hold on. Let me pull up Pokemon Go while I'm recording this and see how many Pikachus I have, because I've caught a lot. I wanted to collect every, like, unique Pikachu that they had for all their little events and stuff. Oh, great. Now I can't find it in my phone. Where are you? And I'll, like, put a screen grab of what it looks like in the video, so you can see how many Pikachus I have. There it is. And for this drawing, by the way, this is my cat when she was a little kitten. So, this isn't just some random cat from the internet. This is my kitten. And she was a baby. And I was trying to do some writing, and she said no. She's going to lay on my laptop and go to sleep. And now she's too big to lay on my laptop. Alright. So I'm going to go to my Pokemon. I'm going to organize it by alphabetical order because I was looking at the power. Okay. I'm going to screen grab this. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 Pikachus. I have the regular Pikachu, a Halloween, the Ash, a summer birthday, or some sort of celebration one, a Santa one, and the Pikachu that looks like the weird ghost fake Pikachu Pokemon. I don't know what that Pokemon's name is called. I also have a Raichu. I don't think I only have 1 Raichu. Technically, if you evolve the regular Pikachus, I think they keep their little hats, but... Oh, I have a Pichu! I also have... I know it's not a Pikachu, but I have the Pichu with the sun hat as well. Oh, he does keep it if I evolve him. Oh, how cute. But I'm not doing that. But yeah, because I already have that one as a Pikachu. I'll screen grab that too. Okay, so that's how many. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 7 Pikachus. And 1 Pichu and a Raichu. Which doesn't count. Now I'm looking at all my Pokemon. Getting rid of duplicates. I was on a Pokemon capture spree. Okay. So that's how many Pikachus I have. And I have Pokemon Masters, but I don't know if I caught anything because I haven't played it in a long time. I remember playing Pikachu Yellow, like on the GameCube and stuff. Or not the GameCube, the Nintendo... the Game Boy. Wow. On the Game Boy, and I like that. That was fun, having Pikachu follow you around. But it kind of sucked because if you didn't have Pikachu with you, he wouldn't follow you around, I think. Yeah, so if I put him away in the Poke thing, the transfer box thing, then he wouldn't walk around with you. I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, that's how many Pikachus I have. I don't know what else to do. This is only 1 question. I feel like I over-answered it. I feel like I made this sketch longer than it should have been, but whatever. Alright, so I'm looking at Pokemon Masters. All the sketches being finished up. Ugh. Maybe not. This is taking too long. Alright. Next question is from Rugai. Oh my god, you had so many questions. And this was very difficult. Alright, so you told me to draw a vehicle, an anime girl, and an animal. So I chose a Mercedes. Because I'm familiar with the car. Okay. This is a pain to draw, but it was good practice. It was a good challenge. So you asked what my post-secondary education was, which is 3D modeling and all that 3D stuff. I have never stopped learning though, so Right now I'm doing some Unreal training and learning some stuff via Skillshare, YouTube videos, anything that I can get my hands on tutorial wise I will watch. A lot of times it's business, sometimes it's about financial management, sometimes it's about stocks, sometimes it's about gardening, homesteading, more 3D, more illustration, all that stuff. So even though my official degree is in 3D design and modeling and all that fun stuff, my education has never really stopped. I've also done composition, 2D comp, like for film and all that fun stuff. I can do that. I can put your Doctor Who films together, do your green screen removal, wire removal, rotoscoping. That's stuff I learned after I got my degree in 3D animation. I did some of it while I went to school, and then I took some extra classes outside of that, so it's, yeah, my degree does not cover everything. Which is fine. That's for my industry, they don't really care about that. They care more about what you actually know versus what you went to school for. And your second question was what my favorite meal was. So, I'm Italian, came from an Italian household. I'm pretty sure pasta was like a 24/7 thing I ate. A lot of carbs, a lot of bread. I love spaghetti. I love anything pasta. Homemade pasta sauce, mascaccioli. My grandma would make this soup called pasta bazool. I don't really know how it's spelled in Italian or if it's even pronounced like that in Italian. That's what she made. It was just like the shell pasta with peas, tomato soup, onions. I think she put garbanzo beans in it sometimes, stuff like that. And what else? Spaghetti, mascaccioli. Oh my god, I can't even say it. The gnocchi. The potato noodle stuff. I loved eating those as a kid. I called them pillows because they're just soft and mushy. Okay, they're not mushy, but they're a very unique type of pasta. I don't even know if we call it pasta. Whatever you want to label it as. So yeah, lots of spaghetti and pasta. I will never say no to that. Alright, so I'm almost done drawing this Mercedes here. Yeah, see? Labeled it good enough. It worked. Alright, next question. Memorable trip. I would say driving cross country to California. So from east to west coast, it's about like a 2.5 day drive. And, you know, it was fun. Like, if you can ever go to... Is it Nevada? I'm pretty sure it's through Nevada. If you drive through Nevada, it is the most surreal experience I've ever had, because the way like the land is, you can tell it was a tectonic plate that pushed upwards. Like it just looks it's just so weird looking. Like it's like you just took all the land and you pushed it upwards. It's just, if I can find a picture I'll put it in here, but it was really cool. I really was blown away by how that looked. And then you can stop at like some of the sightseeing spots where I think there were plateaus and like sort of mountainish type areas you can look out from. In Colorado too. Driving through Colorado, man, like it's so beautiful. It's also weird because like it's spring and there's snow on the top of the mountain. And that was crazy, but fun. And driving through the mountains in Colorado, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. I'll put pictures in there too from that. And man, it was just really nice. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. And then like the Midwest is just plains and flat, but you saw a lot of cows, and that was pretty cool. You know, you're like on like 200, 300 acres of land and you just see some cows while you're driving by. And that was pretty fun. So yeah, I guess that's my most memorable trip. Alright, and number 4, who to sit and have a conversation with. So when I first originally tried to answer this, I really didn't know. Because I don't really care enough to talk to someone like that, I guess. Like, and Rue asked, dead or alive, who you'd want to talk to, because, that was part of the question. And I don't, when I first looked at this, I just did not, I don't care to talk to anyone who's already passed, like, it's just one of those things where you don't ever meet your heroes type thing. Like, I firmly believe that. Not because there's anything wrong with it, but it's just, they're people at the end of the day. There's gonna be things you don't like, and yeah. But now that I'm looking at this and I'm finally recording all this, I would love to talk to everyone in office right now. I don't really care what side or what political party they're part of, because every single one of them has lost their ever-loving mind. And that's who I want to talk to, because they have all lost it. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So, yeah. Alright, and then number 5 is places I would want to visit. So I wrote down 3 places. I'm not sure if I would still visit them now that I'm recording. Japan is one of them. I'll just put down what I wrote down originally. And it was Japan, Italy, and South Dakota. Japan is like on everybody's list just because of, it's Japan, right? But I don't think I would ever want to go to Japan to the touristy spots, like as entertaining as they would be and as easy as it would be to get around, because most people are going to be able to speak English, or there's going to be signs in English. I want to go to the places that aren't touristy, because that's the real Japan. Before I continue, the anime girl I am drawing is Maka from Soul Eater, which I highly recommend. It's a fun anime. And the next on my list to visit that I wrote down was Italy. And that's only because I'm Italian and I'd like to see where my grandma's family came from, and see what that's like. I don't know if I would still go. I really don't like to travel. I don't like the idea of traveling overseas, to be honest, which is why I'm a little hesitant about my choices now. It's just a long plane ride, and that it stresses me out thinking about it. And then I put South Dakota, only because I don't think I've driven through it on my trip east to west, or at least not enough for me to like actually see too much of. And I don't know, I've never been. When you drive like through, like from the east to the west, you kind of see a lot of states all at once. So there's not much left to look at. But if I were to only pick 3 places within the US, if I wasn't going to do any international travel, I probably would want to go and visit Texas, because I've never been. Probably most of the southern states, actually. Any of the southern states I've never been, except Florida. And I've also never been to New York. Well, I've been to northern New York. I'm going to change my answer. We're going to just go with some places in the US specifically. So, I've never been to Texas. I would like to go. I've sort of been to Arizona, but not to like stay and visit. So I might want to visit Arizona. And then I've also never been to Kentucky or Tennessee. Either of those will work, just because why not? I don't know. It's like one of those things to me where it's like they sound like weird states, and I want to go visit the weird states, If that sounds good or not. That's what I want to do. So, yeah. those would be 3 places I would visit. I think I answered all the 5 questions. Hopefully they weren't too rambly, but yeah. And then for the animal, I picked a pig. I was gonna do another cat, but I decided against that because there's a lot of cats. I feel like because I have a cat, everyone wants me to draw cats. I can draw other animals too. So I just drew a cute pig. None of these three things are related, but you know, it's fine. I think I went back and fixed the car a couple times while drawing this stuff. I don't remember. But yeah, I'm happy with the 3 things I drew. I think after a while I got used to, you know, drawing this and having fun. Alright, so the next question is from Jose Victor. Jose Victor Ubner de Freita de Mata. I have no idea if I pronounced that right. We're going to say I did. And he told me to draw a turtle, as you can see. And he also had a couple questions. I probably should limit you guys on the questions. You asked some major questions. Alright, so the first was how long I've been drawing. I started drawing when I was 4 or 5, as most artists do. And my level of detail was unusual as a kid, according to the doctor or whatever, which isn't a bad thing. So I think that might have been a sign that I really did want to do art. And I didn't start digital art until around 8th grade or so. And that's mainly because I didn't have, it's not that I didn't have access, but I didn't know that it was a thing until then. And then the second question was why I chose Krita. I chose Krita because I was using Corel Painter and it's great, but it was expensive to upgrade and it was also really buggy. And I learned about Krita and it was a perfect replacement in my opinion. It had great brushes to use that reminded me of Corel Painter. It was free, and if it was buggy, that's okay because it's a free piece of software. I wasn't spending $200 to $300 on a piece of software that was so buggy. It was crashing on me all the time. I don't like that. I am not going to be as forgiving with paid software, you know. And I've been using Krita ever since, and I don't really plan on going back to Corel Painter anytime soon. And the third was when I opened my shop. I officially opened it in 2015, but I didn't really do anything with it until 2018, 2019. And that's mainly because I thought, oh, I'll just open up the Etsy shop and I'll throw some stuff up there. And then I threw it up there and then I freaked out that I wasn't good enough. So I took it off. It wasn't even anything major. It was just a desktop image download. So yeah. And then I started putting just random downloadable templates up there, all that fun stuff. And then it just grew from there. And future plans, similar to the first question that I answered earlier. Basically, I want my channel to continue to provide value with creative tutorials. It might start branching out to other alternative software for people to learn. Like I'm doing affinity products as well, or I'm using them now. So I should probably start doing some affinity tutorials for people who've never used them before, because I think it's a good idea to use instead of Adobe software, and I've had no problems with it. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. All right, so the next question is from CR Fitzgerald. And he told me to draw a log fire, so I did. And if I only had a computer with me, what games would I have? So, if I didn't have wait, I didn't write this question down right. So laptop games. So if I had any games for my game, if I only had a computer with me, I'd probably bring Stardew Valley and stuff like that. Just kind of relaxing games. And then, if I didn't have a laptop, it was like a PS2 or Game Boy, I'd definitely focus on the games with the replayability factor. Golden Sun, Pokemon, simulator games, or strategy games. I guess that goes with the actual computer games too. Mainly because, you know, it's good to have that replayability factor. Alright, and the last question is by Fabulous Jumper. And they said that they draw somewhat less often because they've been using other art as reference to get them motivated, but they're afraid of being treated like a copycat, that they're not drawing in their own way, and how to fix that. So first, there's nothing wrong with using other artworks to get yourself motivated or inspired to draw something. Everyone does it. I do it myself. Maybe there's an element like in the artwork that I really like, and I'm like, oh, I want to draw something like this now. Obviously, don't copy directly from what you're looking at, but if you see like a cat and it's really cute and you want to draw a cat of your own in a different way, that's not copying to me. That's just, I like this, I want to draw my own idea based on what I saw. That's fine. So to get around that too is find out what inspires you or speaks to you most in the art that you have been looking at. Do you like a lot of the fantasy elements? Do you like space, the plants, whatever it is? And then once you find that out, start finding a way to put those elements into your own artwork. For example, if you like space but you like plants as well, you can draw a lot of leaves. I probably should have done this for my sketch here instead of the cat, but oh well. You can take the shape of a leaf or a plant or tree, whatever, and put galaxies inside it. And that can be your own version of taking elements that you like and putting a new spin on them while still being motivated by both plant artwork and space artwork. And this is something that you're going to have to take time to figure out. It's not going to be something you figure out overnight, and that's okay. But by starting with things that you know inspire you and motivate you, that's how you can kind of find your own style, so to speak, and not feel like you're copying someone else, even though I don't think you are by how you describe this. Another thing is, if there's a theme that you love looking at in other artwork, there's something wrong with drawing that theme yourself. A lot of people will have themes of candy or food. A really popular one is Japanese food illustration. That's totally fine for you to do that yourself. Like I said, as long as you're not copying someone else's artwork directly, pixel by pixel, and you're just like, you know what, I want to draw Japanese food in a painterly style like everyone else is doing because it's fun. That's totally fine. It's a concept that everyone likes to do. Alright, so I hope that answers your question. I hope that helps you. If you want a specific video on something like that too, I wouldn't mind doing that because I think it's important for people to find ways to get creative and, get their own style and stuff going. Alright, so thank you guys for all these questions. This was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed my answers, and I know this video is long, but you guys had a lot of good questions, and they were long answers. I couldn't make them shorter. So, yeah. I also want to give a moment of thanks. A lot of you have been supporting me for a long time, especially those who are asking me these questions, and thank you very much for all the coffees you have sent. I know Rugai sent me a large amount, and I sincerely appreciate that. It's never expected. As long as you guys like my videos, that's more than enough for me. The coffee and donations, whatever, are just if you want to. It's not expected. I definitely appreciate everything you guys do for me and support me, and yeah, so hopefully we get to do this again when I hit a next big goal. Maybe 5,000? I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions or anything, leave them in the comments below. I will see you in the next one.